Wait, wait, wait. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I love you guys. I am just always a little bit giddy when it comes to Sunday night. Kind of interesting because it's, the close down of the week and then the beginning of the next week. And, you should be, I would think, maybe winding down, have a relaxing night. And it's like a hyper night for me. So can't wait to be on here with all you guys. And we have a great group joining us with this evening to share a little bit about what we were involved with just this last week. So if you guys were not with us in Midvale, well, you were there in spirit, because I tell you, we all went there in your stead to go learn and hear and, find our way home so that we could bring back all that information with you. So I've got a great group tonight, and I am going to try to highlight everybody. So, because what I'm thinking is just kind of doing a round table, right? So I've got a bunch of guests, not everybody. I just tried to kind of pick here and there, but I've got a bunch of guests that were out there, and I wanted them to give their take on what we just had last week. So Colleen, you're alone there on the screen for a second. She's like, wait, why was I first? But I'm just going to add some spotlights here as we go through from some of these beautiful humans that joined us out there. Again, not everybody. I love everybody. I know I missed a billion of you, but I just picked a few. And guys, if you were there, just be prepared, because there's a good chance I'm going to be bugging you in the next couple weeks to join us as well. So, okay, where'd they go? Bear with me here for a minute. Coach, if you wanted to make small talk, I wouldn't mind, as I'm hunting for everybody. I lost Pat and Tonya.
I'm admitting people, Andrea, and there's someone that come up as money flow, and actually in two different.
Probably Tracy.
Okay, great, great. Tracy came up twice as money flow. So
yeah, there's two money flows that I've seen. One is Tracy and one is somebody else, but they're
great.
One of our own. So
well, good deal. Good deal. I just want to make sure that I didn't put someone in to hack us. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Colleen, wait, okay, there's Jason and Julie. We've got Alan. So I think I've got everybody. So guys, thank you so much for jumping on here tonight. So we have Colleen, we have Julie and Jason. We have Mr. Alan White, who took his first plane ride by himself to join us out there. I gotta tell you, I'm a big baby when it comes to flying, so I hate flying by myself. So super proud of you, Alan. We've got beautiful Betsy Waters, and then we've got Mama Pat, and we have Tonya. So we've got a great group of people. I kind of tried to get all over the place. Got a little Canada, a little US, Southern, across the board, joining us tonight. And I've got two questions for each of you. Okay, so hopefully everybody saw that. And guys, let me just tell you a little bit about why. Why am I asking these questions? Because for some of you, you didn't make it out to Utah. It was crazy short notice. The flights were crazy expensive. Hotel, there was a million reasons why you might not have been able to make it. But I want you to hear from some people about why they fought to be there through all the same obstacles that we all had. And then once they went, what they walked away with, so that maybe you guys could walk away with it too. So that's our goal. So Colleen, if you don't mind, I'm going to start with you. So we'll do kind of why everybody went first, and then we'll go back and we'll go with the takeaway. So Colleen, if you wouldn't mind sharing just what made the heart of yours decide to travel for 1 billion years with a group of humans to go visit corporate in Midvale, Utah.
Thank you, Andrea, for asking me. And I think there was so much going on, and I really didn't know what was going on in the background. And so when the invitation was extended to come to Salt Lake City, Lorna, my friend Lorna from Saskatoon, and I looked at each other and thought, we got to go. We need to go. This is really important. Like, we need to see what's happening, hear what's happening. And so then we both said, okay, how are we going to get there? And then we thought, well, let's drive. And then we brought Leanne on board, and Leanne said, yeah, I'm in, let's go. So off we went. We left last Sunday, hit some bad weather, took us 12 hours to get to Great Falls, which normally would take us 8 hours approximately. And then we traveled the next day, and it was absolutely worth it. No regret. We had a great time, and the trip was amazing. And when we got out there, and when we got to see everybody, and we got to meet the owners, it was just something that we felt we needed to be there for. We needed to see what was happening and hear it from them and from the other leaders of the company. So it was the best. Yeah.
Well, it was incredible seeing you, getting to squeeze our Canadian friends. That was so much fun. It was really fun to see you guys torture, Brent and Tracy with the love and love you more and all that fun stuff. So that was great. Fun to participate. And I'm so grateful that we got to spend some time together. So thank you for that. So Jason, you're next on the screen. So you're next up. What made you decide to join us out there in Utah?
Oh, we are so excited to be on this call tonight, Andrea. Thank you for inviting us. Words cannot express how blessed and honored we feel to be here and to be a part of this. Everyone knows that Mother is the one who jumps from the raptures, and I'm more reserved and collected, but I'm very much right. But I'm very much excited and just jumping up and down on the inside for this opportunity. And I think, your question was, what made us make the decision to go to Utah? And frankly, Andrea, it's because we're all in. Mm-hmm. I mean, this business is more to us than just a business. This company is our home. The people that we're partnered with, they're our family. We are invested in each other's lives and in each other's futures. And so that's what made us make the decision to say, hey, we're going to go and see what's going on, because we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere, and we want to meet the new owners. We want to be able to get into a room with the people who are going to be part of our future, and we want to kind of see what the vision is, because without experiencing that vision, how can we go forward and share it, right? And so that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to be in the room experiencing the vision so that we could go forward and manifest it and share it with other people, because this is our future, and we believe in this company, we believe in its leadership, and we believe in the products that we are marketing to the world, because we're here to make a difference. So when we got there, words cannot express to you the feeling that we all had being there together. We were in this room with leaders from all over North America that came into Utah to experience this vision together and to meet the new owners together. And we all had just this feeling of awe. We were just standing there in amazement to know where we were and where we're going, and to see that we all had our vision was in alignment for what we're wanting for the future. And we're just excited to be here.
Well, Jason, it was so great to spend time with you guys, and well said as always. And Julie, what made you come in? Why did you join us out there? And I know you're like what he said.
You're like he said. I am a very excited person. And I'm telling you, to be in that room with y'all, and like Jason said, we had people from Canada, from, all across the North America, some leaders coming together. And, we felt in the past that, we were kind of divided in our little tribes. But the goal when we left there, that we were united. We were all on the same team. And this, for them to say, don't look back the past, look ahead and see the future. And guys, I always had a dream and the vision of leaving a legacy, just like Ashley Paulson's mother did for her. And that's what I want to do for my kids. And seeing what the time and investment I have put into, and And being in that room is just, I kept pinching myself. I said, thank you, God, because we saw a miracle being done in that room and God showed up. And I'm so thankful and blessed. And the only way I can give my gratefulness back to the leaders is to go to work. And you know, it's just like I think I told Brent, it was like these speed bumps in the road. You know, we came on some speed bumps and nothing's changed. You know, it's like, let's just go to work. You know, we're getting paid, the products are being shipped, nothing. And it's just been truly a blessing to be there and to be able to come back and share what went on there and just see who's all coming with us. And we are here to run. And I cannot wait till Friday's call and see what's going to come out, because I'm ready to go to work. I am working.
Amen.
You know,
Amen.
so, you know, I'm just excited to see it. And I'm sorry, but I got to say something about Hot Springs. Looking forward for next Saturday in Hot Springs. That
Sandy McFarland's
yes,
hosting that event.
And to me, is having that call on Friday, and then we're having our event there Saturday. That's a new beginning. That is a turning point for us in this area to take what the leaders are coming in to share with us and just let's run, let's go. And the timing couldn't have been perfect.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Julie. And Alan White, same question to you. Why'd you jump on a plane for the first time and join us out there in Midvale?
Absolutely crazy. No, thank you. Really love the flight, but I'll take you back. You know, in my concrete business, I kind of pride myself in being able to sit and listen to somebody and see whether I can trust them. And I'll take you back to when I first started in this industry. I went and listened to a guy in the room explain the business. And back then it was $500 to get in the business. And so me and my better half, Cindy, we went out on the porch and was talking about it. And I'm thinking this guy may not, you know, he may be trying to scam us. And no, I'm just kidding. But he comes to the door and he says, hey, instead of $500, I told y'all wrong. It's $556.43 to taxes and shipping. So to me, I knew I was able to trust that guy. And for the last almost 11 years, I have. But I guess for me to go out there and just say it, I didn't need these guys to know who I was. I just needed to know who they were and to be able to trust them. And that's the biggest reason I went.
Well, that is so true. I love that, Alan. And I'm so glad that he went out on the porch that day, because I can't imagine this business without you guys. So love that so much. So Betsy, how about you? Why'd you jump on over and join us in Midvale?
Thank you so much. Amazing, Andrea. I appreciate you letting me share tonight. So my amazing direct upline, Tammy Melchizedek, she contacted me right away as soon as she found out. And she invited me to go. And my heart was just saying yes immediately. I mean, I looked at my calendar and I'm like, well, I have to, you know, reschedule, cancel, you know, and Tammy and I were both saying the same things. We had full schedules and we had to do a lot of juggling, but I knew that I needed to be there and hug everyone and hear from everyone. And I really love what Ashley Paulson said about how it was heart. You just heard everyone's heart. You felt everyone's heart and the excitement of it all. And so I was just thrilled. The way that things worked out was really phenomenal. One quick story about our flight out is that Tammy Melchizedek let me know that Wanda Steininger was going to go. And so I called Wanda right away and I said, hey, I hear the great news that you're going to join us in Salt Lake City. And so as we were talking, get this, we found out that our flights that we had already booked were only 15 minutes away from one another at DIA, the same airport. We could have both flown out of Colorado Springs, but our flights, 2 separate airlines, 15 minutes apart. And so she said, hey, my son was going to drive me up. Can you give me a ride? And I said, absolutely. So her son, Matthew, dropped her off at our new home on the north part of Colorado Springs, which is actually closer to DIA. So that was exhilarating for me. But we just had the best conversation. You know, it really is all about family and relationship and team building. And we discovered more just in our drive to DIA than we had over the last like 6 years of being business partners. And so then the other miraculous thing was her husband, Brad, had just finished hanging out with a group of like high school friends, Bible study friends for about 2 weeks in Lake Tahoe. Well, he was coming back to an Airbnb in Salt Lake City. He drove their personal vehicle and picked both Wanda and I up because our flights were once again 15 minutes apart, and picked us up from the Salt Lake City airport and was my ride to the True by Hilton. And everything was just, it was really a miraculous trip all the way around. So thanks for letting me share.
Oh, well, I love that so much, Betsy. So glad you were there. And we got a really cute picture this time. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yes.
So next we have Mama Pat. So Pat, please share, and you should be able to unmute yourself.
Should be unmuted. You got me?
There, I've got you. So why did you come on in and join us?
Number one, I knew I had to be there for our team. You know, they expect me to be in the know, and I missed the first group that came in with Limu, and I just couldn't do this. We have a new beginning. The excitement's there. We got new owners. I wanted to meet the owners. I wanted to get some questions answered. I just had to be there. It wasn't any. I just wasn't going to be there. If Tonya would have made me walk, I'd have still been there. Like, you better get your ticket. You get mine right now. So, you know, her, she can't let me go somewhere without her. So, but anyway, so we got our tickets immediately after we got off the phone. And so what I brought away, oh man, you know, it was magical. It was just magical in that room. It was just, everybody was one. Everybody was one. They put us on the path together. They painted the picture perfect. You know, they said, we ship more to more countries than Amazon. I didn't know that. That was huge to me. And then I heard somebody say, we have premium products. I like that name, premium products. You know, the owners, we have a saying in the South, the owners have stickability. You know, they have a forever attitude. They want to build this for their family. They have proven success tracks. So I brought all that back, and I have a piece that all is well with this company and all is well with the leadership. And I'm just thank Brent and you for inviting us and letting us be a part of it. Let us be in that number. Let us be in that room, and let us be in that first picture. Yay. And now we want everybody else to be in that first with us. You know, let's get in there and make it happen.
I love it. Well, Tonya, tell us, why did you grab Mama, throw her on a plane, get her out there?
When she actually grabbed me, she said, get the tickets, get them now. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I was like, but Mama, I have this, I have that. She said, rearrange it. Rearrange your schedule. You know, you didn't get to make it to Florida because we had that competition that we couldn't get out of. She said, this is class. You can make arrangements. You can change things. So I want y'all to know it's going to take me 5 or 6 weeks to redo the 1 week that I missed.
Wow.
Actually, 3 days that I missed of class. It's going to take me about 5 weeks to make that up. But when you're a business person, you make things happen. And I am a very, very busy person. I'm busy from 7:30 in the morning until 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. But that is what it takes, is a busy person to say, okay, this takes priority now. This is what I have to do. And so we put everything aside. We bought our tickets that day, that we pulled over on the side of the road and made it happen right then as soon as the call was over. Now, my takeaway. Oh,
Don't cry.
John and Darren were amazing. Having two leaders with that heart. I feel like we were back in Limu again with a leader that cares, with a leader that wants forever. Having the forever money, having the forever company, having the forever legacy to pass to your kids, to your grandkids. He not only wants it for himself, he had 25 years invested that was about to go down the drain. And he said, I want forever. That was my takeaway.
Well, that is so powerful. I think we all felt it in that room. That I know that there's probably someone out there that says, well, I'm just going to do this for a minute. But I feel like everyone that was in that room, and I know so many of us, we jumped on board with this because we wanted to change our lives. We wanted to change the lives of the people that we love. And we didn't want to change it for just a minute. We wanted to change it forever. So that was so, so powerful. Thank you for sharing that. So appreciate that. Now, Tonya and Mama Pat cheated a little bit, and they did both. They did their takeaway and why they were there. No, I wanted, you guys rocked it. You had the passion. So we're going to go back around a little bit. So Colleen, I want you to share the takeaway. So we're gonna go to the takeaway for those that didn't share it. And I love so much that you guys were there and that you got all of that passion from this weekend or week, whatever day of the week we were there. Sorry.
There were several takeaways for me. I have to say meeting the owners was big. Like Tonya said, it was amazing. And I remember being on a call before we left, and Todd Rowland had said, when you shake a person's hand, you can learn a lot about them and you know right away if you're going to like them or not. And when I shook those two men, when I shook their hands, I just knew it was a warm, welcoming handshake. And they're so genuine and they're so kind. And John just reminded me of a big kid, actually. He was just that excitement, he's bouncing around and so animated. So it was so great to meet them and to meet them in person, have our pictures taken with them. It was just an honor. The other thing I have to say is seeing everybody there, because I've been meeting people on Zooms, and when you walk in that room, and I saw you, Andrea, and I saw you, Tonya, and Pat, and everyone that was there, it was incredible. And meeting Brent and Tracy and everybody. I mean, I could name everybody because I got to meet everybody, and it was so exciting. And it was I'm with like-minded people in this room, and it is so awesome. And I was so grateful, and I'm so blessed to meet all of you. And I just came home just excited. And that Wednesday evening, I'm still kicking myself when we had supper at, what was it called? Chuckarama. It was awesome. We were the only 3 Canadians there. We were amongst all of you, and we got to chat. And it was incredible. And I'm kicking myself that I did not take a picture of that big group at that table sharing a meal, because it was incredible. And I just want to thank you and Andrea and Brent for all that you do and inviting us, because man, tons of takeaway. And I'm just grateful, and I'm so excited what's coming. And I can't wait. I'm just excited. Thank you.
Well, me too. And it was great breaking bread with everyone, even though we did have to eat at a place called Chuckarama. It wasn't the best name, but the food was really good. Hopefully everybody liked it, but it was an interesting name. So, Julie, Jason, what was your biggest takeaway? You're muted.
I got it. You can hear me now?
There you go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know, in 27 years that we've been in this industry, we have never experienced the type of unity that we've experienced with this company. I mean, there's really no lines, no boundaries. There's no up line, down line, cross line. I mean, there is, but there isn't. We are all unified in our mission and our purpose. We're all a family. We're all invested in each other. And, you know, like Tonya was saying, going back to the owners of this company, that was, you know, you may hear some of the same things from all of us, but these were the takeaways. I mean, meeting those owners was a takeaway from that experience, because I don't know John on a personal level, but I knew enough about John and had heard John speak that I knew John's heart. So I knew that going in, and I knew what his background was and where he was coming from and what he had built for the last 25 years. But to be able to meet Darren, and I kind of knew going in that when you have someone with that type of character and that type of integrity and that type of heart, people like that surround themselves with like-minded people, right? You are who you surround yourself with. And so I knew that for this to be a friend of John's, that he obviously had the same type of, you know, he was the same quality of a person. But it was magical, like Mama Pat said, to meet him in person and to really get to know his heart and feel his heart and just see the two of them together and the commitment that they had and the passion that they have and the love that they share for each one of us and for this company. And, you know, for the mission that we have and just for people in general. They have a love for people. And to be successful in this industry, you have to have a love for people, because there's a lot more to what we do than just making money, right? We invest in each other's lives personally and financially. And so that was just very, very, you know, that was a huge takeaway from me, was meeting them. And then, you know, just spending that time with those of us who were there, because we all had the same feelings and the same types of emotions and the same vision. I mean, we were just absorbing all that was happening, and we were all so grateful to be there and to be part of that experience and to be able to see firsthand the vision that the new owners have for this company and where they want to take us. That they want, you know, like Tonya said, that they want it to be a legacy company, that we can truly build it and it be here forever, that it can be passed on for generations. And, you know, they have that purpose and that mindset, that intent. And that's what it takes to build a legacy company, is to have that type of intention behind it. And so I was just very grateful to be able to meet them, to be able to experience that, because now I'm able to go forward with a renewed strength and renewed confidence. And I'm able to go forward and say, hey, we know what we have, and we know that millions of people out there need what we have to offer. And we've been very blessed to be able to have something to offer people to make a difference in their lives. And we're just excited to be here.
Well, I love it. Julie, you have anything to add to that?
That's what I was going to say. He covered it all.
Well, Mother and I have the same spirit. So we share the same sentiments. She's more energetic than I am, but we have the same sentiments.
Well, you both are a blast, and thank you so much for that. So, Alan, how about you? What was your takeaway from this last few days? Oh, and you're muted. Oh, there you are.
I beat you to it. Okay. I guess what I took away by sitting there and listening was these guys are doing some things that through this whole transition, they're really not legally bound to have to do. And that was a wow factor for me. Then, you know, listening to the backgrounds of John, we basically have somebody in our corner that's not going to do anything with the company that negatively affects the field. and that's important.
Mhm.
And their heart was, I just trust the guys from spending some time around them. They got my trust.
Well, that's powerful. It's beautiful. And it's so important because, I think about, Mr. Gary, like, what do we need? We need hope, trust, and a plan. And if we don't have that trust, we're not going to have hope and we're not going to be willing to create the plan. So it's super important. I agree with you on that one, Alan. So Miss Betsy, tell us, what was your biggest takeaway? Or you might have
Pardon?
said your takeaway. You might have said your takeaway, but you could tell us again.
Oh, thank you. No, I didn't say my takeaway, but
Okay,
I
good.
noticed I was muted, so I just unmuted so you can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, great. So my takeaway, well, first I have to applaud Chris Doyle for having John and Darren on his Saturday morning success Zoom about 2 weeks prior to Salt Lake City, because it was one of the top Zooms in my entire almost 9 years with this company. When John shared, he's a masterful storyteller. And I was talking to Tammy and Jerry. We happened to run into one another here in Colorado Springs at Beds Bath & Beyond store. And that was a lot of fun. But I said, he's such a masterful storyteller. Of course, Jesus is the king of parables. But I would say that John Wadsworth, or as the Noni tribe calls him, JR, I would say he's the prince of parables, because the way he tells stories, it just grips your heart and it makes you want to be a part of what he's doing. And then when Darren shared about his miraculous health transformation, that in the last 6 months, he's lost 50 pounds, and that he used to have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and pre-diabetic, and now none of that, thanks to amazing supplements. So when you hear about someone's health transformation, and it just makes such an impact on how things are going to be going forward in the future with the leadership. And so when they were sharing in Salt Lake City and they did Q&As, as a communication major, I know that Q&As can be the most difficult portion of any type of conversation because you're put on the spot, right? And they were asked some really hard questions, and they were shining stars, bright shining stars that you want to follow. And when they talked about their experience of how John called his best friend or good friend, close friend, Darren, and said, Darren, you know what I've built for the last 25 years? It can just go away in the blink of an eye. And Darren said, well, let's just buy the company. He came up with $28 million in 48 hours. Are you kidding me? And the story of how legally this process should have taken 6 months, according to their lawyer, they did it just within snap of a finger. I mean, there are some truly miraculous things that have happened. And so that has been my biggest takeaway. My other takeaways have been a red tomato and red apple from Anne's garden, and a goodie bag from corporate with, noni shots and clothing and yummies. So lots of takeaways, but definitely the heart of our leadership and our new owners was humongous. Thanks, Andrea.
Well, thank you, beautiful Betsy. And thank you, all of you, for sharing just why you joined us, why you made that sacrifice, and what you got out of it. And guys, we're going to switch gears a little bit because I invited Coach to be on here to kind of take us forward. So we just went back, right? So for each of you, we just went back about a week, whatever it was, and why we went there and, what we got from it. But now it's time to look forward. And so, Coach, I'm going to ask you to unmute, and I hope that you can accept it.
I got you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. So thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks. I'm I'm like really enjoying everybody that is coming on, and thank you so much for sharing your takeaways and coming in. So Andrea, this was awesome for me to sit back and listen to.
Well, good. We're glad you enjoyed it. And so what I was hoping to get from you is if you would share kind of what we've got coming up and what the game plan is now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. First, I'll say the game plan. You know, one of the things that we really wanted was to have an open door policy. I mean, so many times when something like this happens, you look up and it's just the core, the small group of people that really excuse me, I'm making it now. I can't see everybody. Okay, we're good. So you know, you look up and there's only a small group that gets to take part in this. And guys, I want to tell you, this is a new opportunity. We really have the best of everything. We've got a $300 million company that is now debt free, clear of all debt, with products that we love, products that we know that works, products like Renew that the world does not know about. But what happens if we treat it like a brand new company? And I think, Andrea, about the people on this call tonight, and we said the same thing when we were there at corporate, you know, with almost 100 people at corporate, we said we could take and start a new company with this many people, right? That's all it takes. You take 100 and they go out and start spreading the word and sharing the story, and then they turn it into thousands and then tens of thousands. That's the way this works. And so I look at tonight's Zoom, and we've got over 100 people on the Zoom. 100 people on this call tonight, we could start a new company with. And that's really what we have in our hands. And so I felt a need, a calling, if you will, to have this open door policy so people could see for themselves. Because I believe you've got to make a decision internally inside of yourself. Do I want to go and do this with the new? Do I want to be a part? I think about when our company sold to RX, and then when we came together with New Age, there were people along the way that decided, you know what, I'm just not going to go on with the journey. This is real talk. My story's over. And they might have continued drinking the products, or they might have, kind of just stopped altogether. And then there were people that continued on. And so for me right now, it's looking at the people and going, you're your own boss. You have a decision to make. And I want you to hear it from the executives, from the owners. I want you to feel it in your heart that this is the right move for you, your family, your future, and ultimately a legacy that you could leave. And I was just tremendously overtaken. I mean, with the way I went around like a kid in Utah to all the people going, was this worth it for you? Because you spent a lot of money out of your own pocket to get here. And the people, not one person that I talked to said this wasn't, that they were like, it's absolutely worth it. I feel heart. Andrea, they said, I feel at home. I feel a home. I feel like this is a place I could return to and call my home. That's huge for me, right? That's huge for me, because I believe you got to have belief if you're going to go out and share this with your friends and your family and your neighbors and your community, people on social media. Like, you got to feel that it's purpose driven. It's more than just a product. It's more than just making money. It's our life, right? We are really, what we are here is we go around the world. If you really get good at this industry, what you really do is you go out every day, you put your boots on, you strap them up, and you walk out into the public, you walk out in social media, and you start listening to people's problems. And then you provide a solution. If people are having problems with their health, you provide a solution. If people are having problems with finances, you provide a solution. If people are having problems with just, they don't feel like they're a part of anything, or there's no cause, or they've stopped living, you provide a solution. But the solution you're providing has got to be wholesome. It's got to be real. It's got to, you got to feel it in your heart that you're providing that. And I believe the best way I could describe Utah, what we just came back from, is people felt that. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just you. It was a collective. So many people felt the heart. They felt the passion. They felt the future in a place they could call home. So now it's our job to now take this and grow from this and take it to the next wave of people. I've got people texting me right now going, I want an event close to our home so we can feel that. And I'm going, hallelujah, let's do it. Let's do it. This weekend, we will be in Hot Springs, Arkansas, doing just that. We've got executives that will be tuning in to Arkansas live to talk about the heart, the vision, the future, and why you can call this home. You know, and so first of all, what's the game plan? The game plan's this. We've got, if we all look at this like a brand new deal, which is the way I look at it, like I'm going to recruit and I'm going to provide an opportunity to tell people, listen, you can be the first to join me with this company. This company that over the next several months will identify a name, will identify who they are. But right now we're in this almost this pre-launch of that. And that's why the call on November the 4th is so important. You need to be on it. You need to experience it. You need to get every human you can on the call November the 4th at 6 p.m. Central. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I want you to think about this right now. If you make a decision tonight with the over 100 people we've got on the Zoom, the people watching this recording, that listen, I want to do this. I need this for my family. I need this for my life. I need this for my future. I want to leave a legacy. If that's the decision you make, then you got to create a plan. And here's the plan. You've got to look at all your past customers and all your past brand partners that's been on this journey with you, that maybe has just stopped. Life got in the way. You know, I got told today, I was recruiting today to this new opportunity, and I got told today that life, I want to read this to you because I don't want you to think I'm making, I hope you know I'm not making it up. But here's what was said. So here's what was said is life. I was on the journey. I was excited at one time, but life got in the way. Life got in the way and I stopped. I know you have a ton of other people to talk to right now, but please keep me in the loop about starting back up. Congratulations on what's going on with the new company. And I share that with you because that was a brand partner that has been with us in the past years that we can bring back because life got in the way with them. So right now, what's your game plan for people that life has gotten away with? So you need to be creating that game plan right now. You need to be making that list right now of customers and brand partners that's been with you, but fallen out of the loop. They've fallen out of connection. Let's bring them back into the fold. Let's give them an opportunity to be a part of this $300 million debt-free company that's starting, that we've got a story to share. And on the flip side, start making a list of new people. Andrea, you said it yourself when you come back from the event. You said, I've got so many people I'm putting down on a list because I've got belief now. I trust now. I know that this is home now, and I can invite people to join us. So we got both sides of the roadway. people that have been here with us that we can invite back, and people that does not know what we got on our hands on, like the Renew system of growth, like the Renew product, like a company that's debt free, that is over the next several months will be announcing their name, that they could get in. They could be the first. They could be the first in with you to be a part of this, and then start to grow that avenue as well. So that's the game plan in my mind that's going on right now, as far as inviting the people on both sides of the road to hear the story about our new company, that they could be the first to join. Everyone wants to be on the ground floor of a movement. And that's what we're on the ground floor of. We're on the ground floor of a movement that could impact people's lives, not only with their health, but their finances. And the world does not know who we are. That's the beauty. And so, just so everybody knows where I'm going with this, as people come into my fold, I just recruited a gentleman, Brandon, that's on tonight. I just recruited Brandon, and Brandon come in with an Activate pack. I'm giving them two options. I'm letting the Activate Renew pack be, and the business pack Renew pack be, the gateway into our business, because it's simple. People understand it. There's a system behind it. And those trial packs can be crawlers out in the community where they're from. Brandon's from Lubbock, Texas. So I envision, he just got his 10 5-day trial packs. Guess what? Over the next 7 days, boom, we're putting those out in Lubbock, Texas, in the community. And I know no one's ever heard of Renew. No one's, and so I can start to introduce them to this new company that they could join and be a part of and be the first in. And so that's where I'm going. I hope this makes sense. I hope this adds value. Maybe you put it in the chats if it does. But just so you know, and you can get into my mind of where I'm going to build my business, my personal business right now. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting on anybody. I got the vision I needed to get to go do this thing. And you get that same choice. So that's why we wanted to open this up. That's why we wanted to get people here. And so the next step that I would tell you is I would start in building for these calls coming up this week. The first call we've got is November the 1st. It's on Tuesday. Andrea, I know you got the flyer, but make sure this is going to be an opportunity to hear from the two owners, and this has to do with Africa. But we will have so many people across North America and all the other countries that you heard Pat Clepper say this company ships to more countries than Amazon, factually. So you're going to have people from all countries on this call, November the 1st. If you don't know what this time frame is in South Africa, it's 12 o'clock Central.
Noon,
but check me, 12 noon. And here's all the information. Here's the detail. It will be going out on Telegram. But what would I do if I were you? Don't come to this call by yourself. Make a call to your team and ask, who do you know in Africa? Be on this call. Be on this call. Be on this call. Because we're in so many countries, just play who do you know with your team. There's people that know missionaries that's in different countries. There's people that went to school with people that now are in those countries. Listen, that's how you grow a network marketing business. My mentor walked to a mailbox one day. They had just launched in Canada. He turns to the guy, his next door neighbor, checking the mailbox, and said, do you know anybody in Canada? Next door neighbor said yes. And then he had a brother in Canada. The brother ended up becoming the top income earner in Canada for my mentor and his business and his network marketing business. Just play who do you know. Be on the call November the 1st. I'd have that on my calendar this week, and I would be putting everybody I could on that call, letting them feel the energy and the noise and the music that comes from it. And then November the 4th is an absolute just cannot miss. It's a cannot miss Listen, Cameron Bott, the president of all of all of our countries of New Age, Darren and John and the ownership and the executives will be on this call. They've got special announcements coming to you. And it's going to be your opportunity this week to feel heart, to feel the hope, the trust, and the plan from these guys, to see that this is a legacy, this is a family, that we are going to blur the lines of sponsorship and just go help everybody win. That's what this is all about. So you want to be on this call, but you want everybody on your team, every family member, every prospect, every person that you can bring back into the fold that used to be in business with you. Like, what could you be doing between now and Friday? Just promote, promote, promote. Let them hear your music. Let them hear your noise. And here's a good way to think about promotions. If you're not bugging people, if people's like, oh my God, I'm seeing this everywhere, all over social media. I'm seeing it, in forums. They're sending text messages. You're not building for it enough. Like, if this was your future, if this was your way to earning $1 million, would you put every human you could on this call? That's the way you need to look at it. New company, new opportunity, coming out of the ground, 300 million, debt free, with heart, with unity, and with absolutely taking care of people to get what they want for their family and their future. That's what this is all about.
Coach, can I say something real quick about this one?
Absolutely.
So guys, this one's a little bit different in that you have to register. So if you're on Telegram, there's a link on Telegram that you can click on and register. If you only have the flyer and you haven't seen the link, you can type in this little tiny URL. So you've got to type it in exactly like that. You have to go register, and that will give you the link to actually join in on the webinar. So you need to plan in advance for this one. So get the news out quickly and get yourself registered.
Andrea, thank you for that. And I'll end with this. We will have this blasted everywhere. Andrea, if we could, let's go ahead and go up on Telegram, if you don't mind, November the 1st and the 4th, where you've got both of those flyers. Guys, make sure you're on Telegram. And listen, I want to end with this, and I'll turn it back to Andrea. Thank you for your partnership. When I say we love you and we're grateful for you, I mean it. It is, when we talk about hope, trust, and a plan, I believe when this business goes from your head to your heart, it's because you realize the world needs hope. Without hope, people perish. They feel like they don't belong. Without hope, people struggle financially. Without hope, people struggle in their health. We've got this solution in our pocket. It's gold for people. We just got to get out and put in the works. Like Julie Bradshaw said tonight, everything's been laid out. Now it's for us to go sell. It's for us to go be a solution for people. That's hope. Like that's what we're providing for people. But we got to trust the process. We got to trust these people and what I love about our executives right now is they're not, and whether it's Christine McKay or Cameron Bott or John or Darren, is they're not saying they're perfect. They're not saying they're not going to mess up. Here's what they're saying. Let's all lean in together and build this company. Let's all lean in together and support each other. Let's all lean in together and unify. Let's all lean in together because we know, and here's what they say, we know we got to earn your trust. We will do that over time. We will do that over time by showing up, by showing you we care, by showing you we're creating a legacy company that will go on for generations to come. That if you build it, it will stick. If you build it, we're not going anywhere. And I can get behind that. I personally can get behind that for my reasoning for doing this personally, right? I know that my kids have got something that I can turn over to them one day. I can get behind that. And then we got a plan. We're laying out the plan. Tonight, we're laying out the plan. Friday, on November the 4th, we'll be laying out a plan for you to be able to run, to be able to do this, to be able to grow. Friday will be, if you get as many people as you can, Friday will be one of those moments that you really see a way to turn just one, over the next several months into a lot for you, a lot into your organization, right? Don't sit here tonight and go, I don't have anybody. It's just me. Perfect. You're going to see Friday how you start, and over the next couple of months, because of what this company is doing and locking arms with you to go do with you, you're going to turn it into something special. I'm not talking about 2 years down the road. I'm talking about over the next couple of months with work and dedication and all supporting each other. We're going to grow. We are going to grow. We are going to break ranks. We are going to make people a lot of money, which I love doing. We're going to help a lot of people, but we're going to do it with unity, support, leading with heart, and in it together. That's how we're going to do it. So, Andrea, thanks for you sharing. I hope that answered what you wanted me to talk about tonight. If I left out anything, let me know, guys. We love you. We're so grateful for you. I'll turn it back to you.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. And I just wanted to share, and I just lost it, but I wanted to share one other thing. Two other things. So Monday night, so tomorrow night, we have very own Coach Palmer is going to be joining us on the New Age Live. So feel free to tune in on the live tomorrow night, corporate live. So feel free to tune in there with Coach Palmer. And then we also have a call tomorrow, and I'm going to share this. So if you are anywhere near Hot Springs, Arkansas, if you are planning on joining us in Hot Springs, or maybe you're thinking about it, or you've got team there, join us on this call. It's going to be a special call tomorrow. We're going to be together for Halloween at 2 p.m. Central Time. So jump on this, share it with your team, because we've got some exciting news about what's going to be taking place in Hot Springs. Coach, I don't know if you want to share that tonight or if you wanted to share that on the call tomorrow.
I'm going to talk about this because I want anybody on the call tonight knowing, who do you know, or you, like if you're in driving distance, like for me, I'll drive, it's 5 hours. Okay. So I'm going because we want to show you how to take advantage of what goes down Friday. Okay. And then I want you to think about this over the next, like, could you be doing this in your hometown? But I want to challenge everybody, like, find a way, get on this call that we just posted, because we're going to be having executives tune in, but we're going to be showing you how to take advantage of it. If you want to grow like your business over the next couple of months, if you want to do something special, you want to be on the ground floor movement of this company, now's the time. Now's the time. And you go, Brent, I want one of those in my location. Then get it done. Reach out to your upline. Find a way. But Andrea, be on that. If you're anywhere around Hot Springs, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, like if you can drive to that location, then Missouri, then get on that 2 p.m. call tomorrow, and we'll share with you what's going down at that Super Saturday.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate all of our incredible guests tonight. Guys, love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all week on the Coach's Corner, and then we'll see you next week right here. So let's go create a legacy for our families. Love you guys. Have a great night. Thank you, Coach.
Awesome shares, everybody.
Brent, thank you, Andrea. Thank you,
Everyone,
Andrea.
awesome shares.
Be grateful for you.
Thank
you, everybody.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Andrea, you rock.
Thank you.
Community.